Okay, so honestly, for the past couple of months, I've been watching some videos about like height-based topics. Some of it's like black pill, some of it is like biological, psychological. Like people are talking about height, and it's been a very deep rabbit hole I've been going through, and there are many reasons it's been making me miserable. And also, before I get into that, I just want to let you know that I have been insecure about my height for like almost 6 years. I've been insecure about it before I was 10 years old. I am 16 right now, and the reason I've been insecure about it, like, I know most people's like reasons might be about sports, which I can kind of understand, or even like dating, which I find pathetic because I do not like the whole idea of girls trying to like get with like the taller guys because it's like lame. And also, I mean, they have the right to feel that way, but I don't like think it's interesting. I think it's just boring. And some of these people, like these girls, it's hard to imagine that they all feel that way. I can imagine some are being followers, and like, yeah, but for me personally, it was because I wanted to feel like a man. Like, I wanted to like feel like more dominant. And I had a friend, my best friend at the time, still am close friends with him today. Like, he was a year younger than me. I wasn't used to seeing younger people taller than me. And when I was 10 years old, he was already like this much taller than me, like 2 inches, which wasn't towering. He's like 6'4" to this day, and it's discouraged me. And like, and the one thing like that I started doing was looking up if I could grow taller on the internet. And honestly, eventually I found out that like of course some of the stuff about like working out and diet and eating a lot, like, it's good for my health stuff, but it's good for my bones, but it can't change like the length of my bones because that's all determined by your genetic makeup. And it's very unfair, like, especially that society like judges you for that and you can't change anything about it. And of course there are some things you can do, like limb lengthening and insoles, but I mean, insoles are good, but like even like the boots, but like boots or like Nikes don't make a big difference. In limb lengthening, it's risky, and that's why I find it like quite unfair. And also, let's just talk about like the black pill, and also about how like people's like opinions on height. Like, I just can't stand it because it's like this, people put like society puts short people in a paradigm of either being like the short king, like the guy who has to like work so hard to be like a perfect looking guy just to make up for their height just a little bit, like. And it's just not fair that they put people in a paradigm like that. Like short people should be treated like humans, whether they're high value or not, just like they do to tall people. Well, actually, no, because even some people are biased about tall, and it's not. And I can imagine if I was a tall guy and got attention, like just for being tall, it would feel nice, and people have the right to like me for being tall. But like, it's narrow-minded because just imagine if I was short, that they wouldn't be treating me like that. Doesn't make sense. And yeah, and then on the other hand, you have people like who like try to make short people like have like body dysmorphia, telling them it's over for them just because people prefer tall people. Like, and they give a lot, like, it's black and white. Like, there are plenty of people who are like successful that are short, plenty of short people who aren't, plenty of tall people successful, plenty of tall people who aren't, average height that are not high value, and some that are. Like, it's not black and white. Like, and the fact that like society puts people in a paradigm like that because of their height, like, I know, don't get me wrong, like, I know height does matter because of like the aesthetics, and like being taller is generally perceived as more dominant, but like it's just one quality out of many others. Like, for instance, there are even other things that like do define somebody's value more than their height. Like height, like of course it might be valuable in the sense that it can make you protect other people potentially and win fights and attract other people, but it cannot like provide the same amount of value to like help another's life as much as having intelligence, empathy, having good core connections with somebody, being relatable. Like those kind of characteristics are like actually things that like determine someone's self-value. And honestly, I feel like that it's like scary that not many people think that way like I do. Like that's why sometimes I'm thankful I am a socially awkward guy who doesn't socialize a lot, because I would not want to know like that whether or not people think or don't think that way. Like I feel like some people are like narrow-minded, or like some people do express how they feel about other people's height and are like rude about it. Some people like don't, and I would rather like people keep it to themselves. And like that's what makes people that are open-minded, and maybe they do have preferences but are also open-minded mostly to their self-value, like special. Like I just can't understand like the black pill and also like the height videos, like I've said many times. And it's either the, oh, you gotta be confident, hygiene stuff, make up for your height, and you can't even. And then also there are people who say, oh no, the best groceries get to make the supermarket tall, 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 tall. Like it's annoying. Like it's black and white. Like if there was only a certain amount of people that would be successful, wouldn't that be boring? Like I know some people are biased and won't admit it, but I think it is. And thankfully I know that not everybody's narrow-minded like that, but there are definitely like open-minded, high-value people in this world. But it's also shocking. Like that's what makes me stressed out, is knowing that people are like this. That's why sometimes it's hard to know who to trust. But you know, that's why I do actually have a decent amount of friends. Like I have a few friends and close family members that are actually worthy human beings and are actually like high value, open-minded, intelligent, funny, relatable, caring. Like those are traits that I value in a person, and like actually make us really a part of who we are. And that's what makes it special. But when I see like social media and them like putting others in a paradigm, like I've said this many times, it's just concerning. And it's very soul-sucking. Like they have the right to feel that way, like, but the fact that these people like try to influence others' opinions and make people feel suicidal, like, and also feel like life has no purpose living for, and then try to bring like old events that happened in the past, like it stresses me out knowing that like people are like that in this world, and that some people won't admit it. I'm not like that, but yeah. And that's why my goal, after all, is to just, oh, it's not a goal, but something I'd like to do as soon as possible, like, is to try to like get the recommendation page off of my YouTube feed, and just try to ignore it and only use YouTube for music and posting videos, and of course content I enjoy, such as dance and like comical, like funny stuff. Like, and it's not simple, but I will do it. and I'm gonna say bye-bye to all this black pill content I've been watching, and the best revenge I'll get on them is to act as if I've never heard of them.